After kissing my husband's hand one last time, I shuffled down the hospital corridor barely holding it together. You know, the day Ben died, I heard the nurses whispering secrets they thought I'd never discover. She doesn't know, they said, as if I was just a footnote in my husband's story, but they wildly miscalculated. Because those hushed words, the locked hospital room, his missing phone, and that text message sent after he was declared dead, those weren't coincidences. Oh no, they were breadcrumbs. And as I followed them into a darkness I couldn't have imagined, I realized the man I married had kept secrets that would shatter absolutely everything I believed about our life together. Grief makes most widows retreat. For me, it made me dangerous. My fingers trembled as I reached for Ben's hand. Cold. So cold. The steady rhythmic beep of the hospital room had gone silent hours ago, replaced by the hushed voices of nurses and the occasional squeak of shoes on linoleum. It's time, Mrs. Parker, the doctor said, his voice gentle. You can say your goodbyes now. I just nodded, unable to form a single word. Just 3 days ago, Ben had kissed me goodbye before work, complaining about a nagging headache. By lunchtime he was in the ER. By evening in a coma. And now gone. A massive stroke at 35. Felt utterly unreal. Can we have a moment alone? I asked, my voice barely audible. The room cleared and I sat beside the bed, studying my husband's face. The tiny lines around his eyes that always appeared when he laughed. The small scar above his eyebrow from a childhood fall. His dark hair still messy like always. Ben, I whispered. I don't know how to do this without you. I brushed my thumb across his knuckles, remembering how those hands had held mine through everything. College graduation, our wedding, buying our first house. I love you. I've always loved you. I leaned down and pressed my lips to his forehead. Cold. So cold. When I finally stood, my legs threatened to give way. Melissa, the nurse at the door, her name tag clearly visible, stepped forward to observe me. Take your time, Mrs. Parker. I just nodded, clutching my purse, my body moving mechanically while my mind remained trapped in a fog of disbelief. Ben couldn't be gone. Not my Ben. As I entered the corridor, 2 nurses stood huddled near the nurses' station, heads bent in conversation. I probably wouldn't have noticed them at all if not for their sudden sharp silence as I approached. She still doesn't know, does she? One whispered, her voice barely a breath. No, the other replied, her tone tense. And if she finds out, we're finished. I froze mid-step. They hadn't seen me yet. What didn't I know? What were they hiding? The nurses finally glanced up, their eyes widening when they spotted me. They quickly dispersed, one suddenly fascinated by a patient chart, the other hurrying down the hall. I turned back toward Ben's room, but the door was already closed, a sign declaring, cleaning in progress. No entry. 2 orderlies stood outside, their expressions neutral, but their posture rigid. A third nurse, Tanya, approached me, her hand gentle on my elbow. Mrs. Parker, you should go home. You've been through enough. There was kindness in her voice, but something else too. Urgency, maybe, like she was trying to usher me away. Can I see his chart? I asked, surprising myself with the question. I want to know what his last hours were like. If he was in pain, if he woke up at all while I wasn't here. Tanya's smile tightened. You'll have to wait until morning. There's been a delay in documentation. Hospital protocol. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.